Good morning. Today we will be watching some clips from one of the greatest and most influential heavy metal bands ever, Metallica. More specifically, their drummer, Lars Ulrich. Lars has a bit of a nasty reputation here on the internet. As you can see, there are a lot of uploads with Lars Ulrich fails. In this video, I will be watching these fails and determining how big of a fail they actually are, and through the power of editing, I will fix all of them. So we have 6 fails to watch, and I will rate each of these fails on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being not that big of a fail, and 10 being a catastrophic fail of epic proportions. But before we get started with this, make sure that you click that subscribe button. We got bass drum reveal coming at 200,000 subscribers, and also click that like button. Oops. Okay, that wasn't terrible, alright? Obviously, live performance, stuff happens, things go wrong, but that was not a complete disaster, alright? He just flubbed this triplet. Unfortunately, the camera was focused right on him when he made that mistake. But as far as the fail scale goes, I will give this one a 3 out of 10. So here's the clip, and this is where the mistake was made. So you can see I just took this part, this triplet here, and just copy and pasted it down here and muted this section. Easy. Let's see how it sounds now. Whoa, it's like nothing went wrong. Oh, the power of editing.
Justice is served right here, right now for you.
Uh-oh. Oh no!
We have to start it again?
Ah! Oh no! That was so bad that they had to restart the song. Oh, I bet this one deserves a 10, right? Well, no, hold on a second. This one was not Lars Ulrich's fault. Wow, you were all so quick to judge him, weren't you? You thought that he screwed up and made everyone stop and start over just because of him. Well, that's not exactly what happened, and I have facts to prove it. So this song is in 7/4, as in there's 7 beats in the measure, which is a little bit tricky to count through that one. So to start out this clip, Lars is laying down the 7/4 groove, and the band comes in with it.
Justice is served
4,
right here,
5,
right now
6,
for you.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a minute. So yeah, we got this bar of 7/4 that he played, but then we go into 4/4 and then back into 7/4. Now, I want you to just for a second ignore this 7/4 right here. So this grouping of 4 beats in this bar plus the first 3 beats of this bar is the 7/4 groove that he played over in this bar. And the band entered on beat 5 of what should have been a 7/4 bar, which turned the time around and, yeah, screwed everything up pretty bad. However, I am still giving this a 10 out of 10 on the fail scale because there was no effort made to recover. Honestly, I doubt anybody in the audience knew there was even a mistake until he stopped playing, and I didn't even know there was a mistake until I, transcribed and analyzed this. Okay, so to fix this disaster, I just copy and pasted the audio from the beginning during the drum intro and put it over here during the part where he's not playing. Let's see how it sounds.
Justice is served right here, right now for you. Right here, right now for you. Justice is served right here, right now for you. Justice is served right here, right now for you.
Yeah, it was weird for maybe like 2 beats when the time got turned around, but as you can see, if you just, try to get back in as fast as possible, no one will know that there was a mistake.
Why don't you try getting a more solid beat?
Ooh, that's a call out. What? So I actually did a little bit of research on this clip. This is from a documentary called Some Kind of Monster, and I'm not exactly sure what the context is when this scene was recorded, but it looks like Lars is trying some kind of new beat out, and it's really, not good. Yeah, normally for like a 4/4 rock beat, you want the snare drum on beat 2 and 4, like where you would clap your hands with it normally, but he's trying to put it on the end of beat 1 and 3, which is why it sounds really weird. However, they are, rehearsing in a recording studio, it looks like, and this is probably the time to experiment with new things. However, it doesn't seem like this is going well at all, and he keeps trying to play it. But because this is just a rehearsal, I'm going to only give this a 3 out of 10 on the fail scale. So to fix this one here, you can see there's all sorts of cuts on the timeline. I just pretty much moved the snare drum hit over to beat 2 and 4 instead of being on the upbeats. But since the guitars were also playing, I had to make sure that it was the correct note that I was copying that snare drum beat from. It's some complicated stuff, but let's see how it turned out. Yes, that was definitely the lamest beat in the world, but at least, it felt normal. Okay then. Yeah, that was just a really odd drum fill. I'm not sure, maybe he got a little bit lost in there, because, there was a 2/4 measure, and I don't think he wanted that. However, as weird as, this measure was, at least he gave 2 very clear and precise quarter notes for where the band should come in, and they all came in the right time. This fail only gets a 1 out of 10, because I don't think anyone at the show knew it was even a mistake. So you can see here, I cut up every single note in this drum fill, and I turned it into a 4-bar drum fill, like a normal one. Clearly this looks fake AF because there's all these cuts and notes added in. So to fix that, I added some stock footage of an audience. That stock footage will cover up anything. Whoopsie. Okay. Yeah, that one was a little weird for a second there, but he made a full recovery and, we got back right on the beat. So yeah, in these 6/8 grooves, what makes it, feel like a groove is the snare drum being on beat 4. And you can see in all these bars, we got, beat 4, but this one, there is not one on beat 4, which is why it sounded weird. And he actually almost hit on beat 5, which would have been really weird. So once again, it's a live performance, anything can go wrong. At least this time he made a full recovery pretty quickly, so I'm only gonna give this one a 4 out of 10 on the fail scale. So once again, I just, copy and pasted some audio. This is where he missed beat 4, so I just took this snare drum note and copy pasted it over here. But I also had to add this pitch shifter effect up 2 semitones because the guitar note that is playing during this snare hit is a different note. Lots of big brain stuff here. Yep, it's like nothing happened at all. Doesn't editing make everything better? I also want to take a second to just appreciate this montage of elephants playing on the screen behind them. I don't think this song has anything to do with elephants, but if the elephants distracted a few people from that missing snare note, then they were effective. In fact, we're gonna lower this score on the fail meter down to a 3. You can thank the elephants for that one.
That's totally amazing. It's a monitor.
I honestly don't see anything wrong with this clip. Clearly, Lars is giving himself the COVID self-practice test. Because you gotta shove that freaking stick up your nose for that test, and you want to do whatever you can to prepare for it. So he is doing a very good job with that, and then this second part here, he is rinsing. Because there's no sink, so he's just, using his mouth. And I see absolutely nothing wrong with any of that. 0 out of 10. Okay, so that's all the fails we're gonna react to today. Honestly, I don't think that all of these were that bad of fails. Live performance, things go wrong, you just gotta recover. Except for that one time where they didn't recover. If you enjoyed this in-depth analysis, please don't forget to click that subscribe button, ring that Liberty Bell, and click that like button. And also consider buying a custom t-shirt, such as this one. I will leave that link in the description. And have a good morning.